All right. Good morning, everyone. Woo! It's nice to have a microphone. We don't have one of these at City Hall. So thank you to Mary Wood for helping us with that. If everyone could just be mindful, of course, of social distancing and kind of stay within your family or work colleague pod a little bit, that's terrific. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out today for just a quick sign unveiling. We're very excited for this. Here at the city, we really wanted to do something before the holiday season and before we go into probably a few tough weeks of COVID. We wanted to do something to officially commemorate that the 46th President of the United States is from Scranton, Pennsylvania. So as everyone here knows, right here at 2446 North Washington Avenue, that's where Joe Biden grew up, where his family is. And special thanks to the Kearns family for always being so accommodating, and for the entire neighborhood for always being so accommodating, as the Secret Service has brought the Vice President here. You know, years back, he did a big speech in the backyard there. Every time that he's come to Scranton, the entire neighborhood, and especially the Kearns family, have been so accommodating. So we're deeply appreciative of that. And we're very excited today. We have so much help from Mary Wood, from the audio to the musical guests. Sister Mary is here to say a few words. Mary Wood's right here, and it's really part of Joe Biden's roots as well. So we'll do just kind of a quick program today. We know everybody's got things to do, and again, we don't want to keep you too much given the current climate out there with COVID. So quickly, we will start with the national anthem, and the national anthem today will be sung by Amber Viola, who is actually the HR director here at the City of Scranton.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and a rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, who say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
It's so funny. I'm so proud to have Amber on the team with me at the city that I forgot to mention that she is a U.S. Navy veteran. Thank you for your service, Amber. And next, I'm proud to introduce Sister Mary Persico from Mary Wood University.
Thank you, Paige, and that was beautiful, Amber. Thank you. This is quite a neighborhood, isn't it? As I look out there, I see the buildings of Mary Wood University. So this neighborhood is very dear to us. It's in our backyard. And when you think about it, Governor Casey lived in the neighborhood down the street. His son, our Senator Bob Casey, lives in the neighborhood. And now we have in our backyard the home of President-elect Joe Biden, his childhood home. There must be something in the water, don't you think? But it's always been a very close neighborhood, and we're very happy to share the influence of Marywood on the neighborhood and the influence of the neighborhood on Marywood. It's just wonderful. So I know the speakers are going to speak very quickly today, and I will do the same. But I just want to leave you with a thought. In a few minutes, we are going to unveil a sign that says Joe Biden Way here on this street. And I hope that that's not just for us in this neighborhood and in this country, but in this world, a sign, but also symbolic of what Joe Biden Way might mean for our world. A way of peace, a way of truth, a way of unity, a way of beauty and life. And so let's hope that that sign is a symbol of all that that means. Also, it's at an intersection, the crossroads between Fisk Street and Washington Avenue, also Joe Biden Way. And let's hope that that intersection is also symbolic of taking the high road and of taking a turn away from violence and hatred and disunity and all the things that are dividing us as people. And so I hope that today is symbolic for all of us. Certainly that is symbolic of this neighborhood, and of all that this neighborhood brings to the world is a reflection of those good things. So thank you for coming. I'm very proud that the Marywood University Band will be playing a few songs in a little while. I'm very proud of our people who were able to pull all of this together. And I thank you because, as always, you're wonderful. God bless you all, and have a great day.
And I'd love to introduce Dr. Leah Palmer from the Marywood University.
Thank you, thank you. I stand before you honored to be here. As you look at me, I am the second of 3 generations of African Americans who benefited from the right to vote with the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Thank you. I was able to cast my legal vote for President-elect Joe Biden on November 3rd of this year. And I honestly, I'm honored to stand before this house to really honor what happened inside that house for this great man who understands the need and has the vision to unite these great states together. I'm really more honored too to pay respects and to stand here as President-elect Biden was sort of ushered into all of this from civil rights icon James Clyburn, from Stacey Abrams, and from Senator Harris. And even it touches my heart so, and as I look out at the sea of people, it touches my heart so that the Vice President-elect looks just like me and gives, more credence. Thank you. It gives more credence to the stories I've told my children about their dreams, that you can be anything that you want to be. And having Joe Biden as a president, it will happen. He has taken the voices, the prayers from those of us, people of color, to actually put forth a plan in action so that we are all united. And as Sister Mary talked about, we are at this crossroads. And seeing all the people and all the smiles out here, I know we are at the crossroads and we are ready to do great things. And Scranton can be the leader in that. So thank you very much. I'm honored to be here.
Thank you, Dr. Palmer. It's so important that we recognize not only the president-elect, but also the vice president-elect. It's so important that we recognize that there will be a Black woman, a South Asian woman in the White House for the very first time, and a woman in the White House for the very first time. There are so many firsts happening on January 20th of next year. It's very, very exciting. And we are in touch with the city of Oakland. We're looking for some fun ways to partner with Oakland as the birth cities of both the president-elect and the vice president-elect. So we'll be doing more for that as inauguration approaches, but we're really grateful for that. And Libby Schaaf, the mayor of Oakland, has Scranton roots. Her in-laws actually live in the Hill section. So as always, all roads lead to Scranton. It's my honor to introduce Virginia McGregor. Virginia is on the Biden transition team, and she and I will be heading down to Harrisburg on December 14th as electors, proudly to cast our votes for Joe Biden.
Well, thank you, Paige. I think I'll lower this. I'm on the shorter side of the Scrantonians. You know, I am just so honored to be here today as a Northeastern Pennsylvanian, a Scrantonian, someone who has been born and raised in Greenridge and who also lives on North Washington Avenue. You know, it is a huge honor for us. Just 2 weeks ago, we celebrated on this very street with the same barricades, and we looked at each other and we said, is this real? We don't even know how to celebrate. We haven't had good news like this. But across the campaign, I was always asked about Scranton and why Joe Biden feels such an affinity to Scranton and why he looks to us to values. That's a true honor for us. When he says truth over lies and unity over division and hope over fear, those are values he learned in this house, on this street, in this neighborhood. You know, it's so great to see the Gaffneys here, who are Joe Biden's, you know, first cousins. And I was teasing them and saying, you know, in Scranton, success is relative. The more success you have, the more relatives you have. This is all your family now. But, you know, I was really touched by Sister Mary Persico's remarks about what this sign means. My granddaughter, Virginia Kramer, is here dancing around here in the red poncho. And I hope that when she rides her bike to Greenridge Little League or plays in Crowley Park, she's going to look and glance at that sign and knows that it means values of faith and family and work. And that means working with others to cross party lines, no matter what country you come from, no other religion you practice, we are all one people. And that's the message of Joe Biden, and that's what he leaves us with. And I think since 2 Saturdays ago, we are all walking a little taller, with a little more steam in our step, and with bigger smiles. And we have Joe Biden to thank for that. Thank you.
Before I introduce Senator Casey, I'd love to just build upon what Virginia said and what I said 2 weeks ago on these steps, that having the 46th president of the United States from Scranton is something that every kid who's out here today, who's out anywhere in Scranton, who's out in the world, being from Scranton, part of that large Scranton alumni that we have across the country and across the world, should know that they really can be anything they want to be. There is a president that was born and lived right in this house on North Washington Avenue. And that is something that is nonpartisan, cross-partisan, bipartisan, whatever you want to call it. It's not political. This should be something that people are proud of from Scranton, and every kid should know that. And it's on us at the city, at the school district. Our representatives are here today from Harrisburg, from DC. It's on us to make sure that we're fostering the environment for our kids in Scranton to be whatever they want to be. So this is a beginning. I think that we need to be celebrating, but it's also a beginning of a lot of hard work that we have to do at the state, local, and federal level to make sure that we're enabling all of these kids from Scranton to get as far as the White House. So with that, Senator Casey, all throughout the last few months, whenever I have gotten press calls and we've seen the different pictures of Joe Biden coming, you were with him by his side every step of the way. And so it's an honor to have you here today, sir.
Well, thanks very much, Mayor, and thanks for gathering us on this day. I just have a couple of thoughts in mind, but I wanted to start by saying thank you to this community for allowing us to come back here. This has been a busy intersection for the last couple of weeks and well beyond. And I know that the mayor and so many others made this possible. And I wanted to say hello as well to some other elected officials who are here. Evie McNulty, Evie Rafalco McNulty is here. I saw John Murray. Where's John Murray, the city controller? Kyle Donahue, I thought I saw somewhere, Kyle. And if I missed someone, talk to me later. But we also have a former mayor, Mayor Connors, with us. We're honored by his presence here today. When I think about today, I guess I have a couple of sentiments in mind. Obviously, we gather today with gratitude in our hearts, not simply because this is the season of thanks, with Thanksgiving just ahead of us, but it's also a time to express gratitude for the blessing of Joe Biden's public service and, of course, the blessing of his victory. I think it was a victory well beyond party and politics. It was really a victory for decency and for leadership and integrity at a time of crisis. So even as we express gratitude and are grateful, it's not necessarily a time for joyfulness because of what's been transpiring all across our state and across the country. So many people still suffering from the effects of this virus and the pandemic more broadly. So many people still out of work. And I think it's noteworthy and important that when Joe Biden was a kid spending the first decade of his life in this home, one of the searing experiences of his young life was when his father lost his job. So that same person who traveled from this house all the way through his career of public service and just came back here on Election Day has a deep understanding of what it means to suffer, what it means to have loss in your life, the loss of several loved ones, and the loss of the economic opportunity that comes from a parent having a job. So even as we celebrate today, and even as we express gratitude for all that will be ahead of us, we're also mindful about the difficult challenges ahead. But I know that Joe Biden is prepared to take on those most difficult of circumstances, the most difficult challenges that any president has faced since March of 1933, when Franklin Delano Roosevelt became president. But he is ready because of his character, he's ready because of his experiences, and yes, he's ready because of his wonderful roots here. We're proud today, and we're grateful. God bless you.
All right. Now for the Marywood Brass Ensemble. Thank you, everyone. Especially thank you to our musical guests. You guys are awesome.